Guys, I was just dropping the kiddies off to school and John said to me something very interesting. He said, do you know that there's no such thing as brown? There's only, I think it's orange and black that creates brown. And I'm like, oh yeah. I said, there's also blue and yellow that creates green. And as soon as I said that, I received some information which said what I'm talking about pretty much is the duality of the planet and how we are actually creating a different reality. So let's just say there's one reality that is blue and blue, and one that's yellow. And when you look at those two options, one is what you might call one state of being, and another one is another state of being, which is saying that when I talk about states of being, we're talking about duality. So it's like blue might be good and yellow might be bad. And it's just an analogy, so just play along with me here. So what's happening now with the blue? So the blue, let's just say what's happening now is blue. And let's just say what's happening, I don't know, to someone else. So what's happening for you now is blue, what's happening for someone else is yellow. And let's just say that, or even just for yourself, when you say, my experience that I'm having at the moment, if you call it blue, it could be blue or it could be yellow. It could be good or it could be bad. Could be right, could be wrong, you know, all those sorts of things. We're moving into a time where duality is starting to shift into a place of oneness, if you want to call it that, or maybe a different reality. So this is where the colors were showing me, or what the universe showed me about the colors, was that it could be one way, which is blue, or it could be another way. So it could be good or it could be bad. The other way could be yellow. But when we're moving away from one or the other, the colors are showing us, or giving us the example of how we can create a new reality. So it's not one or the other, it's just different. So it's not blue or yellow, it's the combination of that, which is green. So this is what's happening right now, guys, is we're moving away from one type of reality, or we can still stay in the blue and the yellow, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the shoulds and the have-tos, or whatever. We can stay there and it'll always just be blue or yellow. But if we want to change where we are, we actually need to move into a different state of being. And the state of being which I've been shown is, in a way, around the colors, is that when you're not one or the other, you can just be different, which is, green is just different. It's not better than blue or yellow. It's a different experience, which I've been shown is just a different reality. I hope that all makes sense, but this is what's happening right now, is we're moving away from the duality of the two options, and the two options can create a new reality, which is just different. So instead of it being what I call good or bad, it could be just an awareness, blue or yellow or green. Instead of when people say, you know, I'm stuck in a situation, well, stuck and unstuck could be, and it's not necessarily, and again, the opposite of this or what you want it to be. I'm going to have to receive the information around this, but the stuck and unstuck could be the blue and the yellow, and then the green. What is the green? If we're not stuck or unstuck, we could be, I need to receive it. So if we're not stuck and we're not unstuck, we're just having an experience of being stuck or unstuck. It's just an experience. When you step into having an experience, you're not stuck or unstuck, it's just an experience. So I hope this analogy has helped you to see how we're moving from one way or another way into a different way. And that's what humanity is doing. Humanity is moving from stuck or unstuck, good or bad, right or wrong, into a different way. And that's what the colors are showing us, that you can move from green, from blue or yellow, and you create a different way. We're moving from good or bad, right or wrong, into a different way, and that's what's happening in reality for us right now on this planet. So that analogy around the colors was actually fantastic to see. Again, you can see that there is no better way. It's not that it ends up being better, but it's different. It's just a different way of being. And it shows that, from the awareness of one state of being, which is good or bad, right or wrong, you can create a different one. And the colors have helped us to see that you can create a different reality. From a blue or a yellow, you can create a green, which is a different experience again. So I hope that that's kind of helped you to see where we're moving in the whole process of moving into our next steps for humanity. It's actually really fun to play around with all of this, but especially when you are stuck in some place in your life, or a circumstance or whatever, play around with creating a new reality for yourself. Go back to the colors and how you can have one way or another way, or there could be another option. It's really, really fun. For me, I'm just lucky I download the information to see what that other option is, and you guys can too. Just see that it's not just one way or another way, and open yourself up to there is another way. And the thing is that once we actually find that other way, then we'll be given another way, and then there'll be another way. And in actual fact, it actually cancels out what I call the duality piece. It cancels out the one way or another way, and that doesn't need to exist anymore because it's a completely different reality. So for me personally, and also the people I work with, we don't get stuck in the duality piece. It's not when we don't need to be there anymore. We can create a green. We can create a different reality, just through acknowledging where we are now and seeing that we have this duality piece going on, and allowing us to open ourselves up to this different type of reality that we can all experience here. And I'm very grateful to be able to see that from what the colors have shown us, because it makes sense that that's exactly what's happening. And I think those who have worked with me understand, because we do that work of the duality and moving into the oneness of what it could be in a different reality. But to see it from how the colors do that, and you can see that, so interesting what's coming through now, is that you can see that the green wouldn't exist without the blue or the yellow. That's just crazy. The blue wouldn't exist without the green or the yellow. So if you're in a duality piece, the right or the wrong, good or bad, stuck, unstuck, know that you would not be able to get to the green, the alternate reality, without these two. Love it. Okay, a little bit of wisdom for today. Hopefully that makes sense, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. See ya.